Body in. We talking about suffering. Excuse me. We talking about suffering in silence today. So this may not be for you, but like it may be for somebody else. So send this live out. Invite a few people in. That's what we're talking about today. And I'm going to give y'all just a few tools on how to stop suffering in silence. If you are one of those individuals, or if you may know somebody that's one of those individuals. I'm just adding a few people here right now. Just give me a second. Listen, y'all, let's get over the Hump Wednesdays. We about to get over this hump. Listen, while y'all tuned in, right? Tell me what's a good track to play to get over this hump. Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know. What's a good track to play to get over this hump? I'm still getting over the hump. It's crazy. Thanks for tuning in. Greasy, what it do? I'm still getting set up here. Y'all appreciate it. Listen, we are talking about suffering in silence today. Real good topic. Real good topic. So so it might not be for y'all. Like this may not be to get over the Hump Wednesdays that y'all may typically be used to. Maybe Troy get on here and give y'all some tools as far as business, whatever. But today we're talking about people who are actually suffering in silence. People who are not saying how they feel, suppressing their emotions, and not really understanding where their frustration's coming from. So that's what we're talking about today. So this one may not be for y'all, and that's cool. But just add a few people to this live. So we got the time right now. Let me see if I'm gonna throw some music on. And we got two special guests for y'all today, man. We ain't doing one. So listen, we got two special guests for y'all today. Thank you. It's connected still?
It's still not connected.
Oh, why not? Let me know a good track to play. Let's get over the Hump Wednesdays, y'all. As y'all can see, I'm still getting over the hump. It's a struggle for me every Wednesday. But look, that don't stop nothing because we still get over the hump every Wednesday together. So that ain't stopping nothing. Y'all listen, while we got the time, grab some pen, grab some paper. I always like to give y'all that time to do that. Yeah, I always like to give y'all some time to do that. So go ahead and grab some pen and some paper. Okay, I'm going to drop that one. That might be a good one. That'll be a good one to get over the hump. I like that. I like that one. I don't know why yours is not connected.
That's what I said.
I got two joints right here, bro.
What, 2 tracks?
2 phones.
I'm going to connect this joint right here. What's going on, Jess? Thanks for tuning in. As you can see the topic down there, suffering in silence. We got 2 special guests for y'all today. I'm trying to go ahead and get this iTunes thing set up so we can get some music going, go and get over this hump like we normally do with a nice little track to push us through. But for some reason, that joint ain't connecting. Let me see your phone, bro. That joint not? What the hell? Well, if we ain't connect with ours, this ain't gonna connect with yours. Cause this joint be in the crib, so. Probably just need to reset. You think about? Oh, there we go. See, I ain't even said that last time. There we go. That's it. I cannot believe this thing is giving me this trouble. Anyway, what's up with y'all? Listen, y'all, let's get over the Hump Wednesdays. We're talking about suffering in silence today. We got 2 special guests for y'all today. I'm irked that it's not giving me my juice. But, so we're going to kick it right off. Listen, again, we got 2 special guests for y'all today. I don't really know how I want to do it. T. Reezy, if you're ready right now, we can go ahead and get it popping. We can go ahead and get started. Let's get over the Hump Wednesdays. I don't know why. I need some juice. My Bluetooth on. Uh-huh. Ooh-ah, ooh-ah. Boom. Bow. It's going to act crazy now. What's going to do to me?
Are you able to connect?
I see them going in.
I don't even know.
Y'all come in, y'all better stay in.
Yeah. So listen, some of y'all probably like, what is suffering in silence? Like, you know, what does that entail? You know, how can someone suffer in silence? Like, what do that look like for people, right? And it's simply like this. When you're suffering in silence, you are unhappy. You're unhappy without saying anything. And that could be like real simple stuff, right? Like you ever go somewhere like, oh, I'm only going because you want to go. Or like, I'm only doing this because it make you happy. Like, you ever heard that before? Like, I'm only doing this because it make you happy. Like, that person is literally suffering in silence. Little do they know, they may not even realize, like, hey, I'm really suffering right now. But try to go somewhere and really dislike the place that you're going to and see how much enjoyment you really get out of that. And that could go either way. Like, you may get there, you may not want to go and get there and be like, oh, okay, I really like the place or whatever. But the whole time there, you like, I don't really want to go. Like, literally, like you eating yourself alive. Like, you know what I'm saying? So just little stuff like that. That's what we're going to be talking about today as far as suffering and silence. Just to give y'all a general idea. Like, and again, I'm pretty sure we all have done it. We all have maybe have known someone who have actually suffered in silence. I'm going to bring on a really good friend of mine. I promoted her book, actually. I think it was like 2 weeks ago. She just wrote a book, The Journey. I haven't tapped into it yet, so I don't know exactly what it's about, but it's good that she coming on because she going to go ahead and tell y'all exactly what it's about. I first met T. Reezy at a conglomerate meeting a few years ago, actually. And I heard what she was doing as far as being a life coach and whatnot, giving people tools on, you know, just how to get through life. And I really like that about her. So we just stayed connected throughout all. And I mean, throughout the years that I've known her, she had become a two-time author. She wrote 2 books since actually met her. So we're going to bring her on right now. And she's going to give y'all a little few things on about, you know, suffering in silence. Y'all go ahead and welcome T. Reezy to Get Over the Hump Wednesdays. Connect, all right? Normally we have some music playing or something, man, but it's messing up my jig, but we're going to get it, though. Reezy,
Hey, what's up?
what it do?
Chilling.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, trying to get over this hump.
Listen, we about to do it. We about to get right over this, John. What they
Yes.
talking about?
Yes.
Normally I have
Thank
some
you for
music
having
playing.
me on here. I know you be amped up. You be having the
Yeah.
wine, then you
Yeah,
had the
yeah.
music. That's
Yeah,
all
yeah.
right.
Yeah. So, you know what, as far as suffering in silence, as you know, from what I know you to do as far as help people get through different struggles and challenges in life. I remember, like, even when the quarantine first started, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if you sent that out. I don't know if you sent that text message out in a mass text message or individual, but however you did it, it was needed. You sent me the joint. You was like, yo, stay strong. We all go through something at the time, but then we're going to get through this. But boom. I'm like, okay, that's what I needed at the time. Like, I don't really know exactly what I was going through.
Oh yeah.
I don't know exactly what I was going through. Why you ain't tell me? It's something on my lip.
Yeah, they say that people don't care about you, and they'll tell you,
right
in your mouth.
Huh? Y'all watching it.
I'm sharing it.
All right. But yeah. So I remember when you did that, I was like, okay, that's what's up. So what would you have to say to the people as far as, like, again, you know, being a life coach and, you know, being a 2-time author? What would you have to say to the people about suffering in silence?
So for me, it's like, of course, the work I do is based around community and wanting to, you know, support people on a process with healing and things like that. And just my personal experience, that's what really pushed me to be there for my community or be there for people. So suffering in silence to me is like we all, well, I'm not going to say all, but most people truly do take everything in and try to do it on their own. They want to feel like they got everything under control. And many times, you don't have it under control. And we are naturally people of a community. We need each other. And many times the community has been broken apart, so people feel like they can't come to people, they can't trust them, they'll do it on their own. They felt like they've been betrayed, or they can't trust a person because they shared sacred information with people who kind of just flipped it and turned it. But I always say that those people weren't the people you could truly trust. You have to know who you can truly rely on when you're sharing information, especially things that you haven't healed from. A lot of us have so much trauma that we really don't feel safe enough to go to people. So you really have to discern who you want to share with. And most of the time, family isn't, or family people that's close to us, they're not usually the people to share that with, because they can sometimes only see us in the light that they see us in. So they won't see us other than however they perceive us. So sometimes you have to go to an outside source. So I always tell people, you got to find those trusting people. You have to be willing to open up and be vulnerable. Even if you've been hurt before, even if you did trust a person in your circle or around you to share your truth with. So I feel like it's really important. And especially during this, like this whole pandemic, a lot of people have been suffering and trying to keep it together, but inside, just as who they are internally is just they breaking down, and a lot of truth is being exposed for a lot of people. So they don't know who to turn to or who they can trust and speak to, but it's people out here that you can trust, and be able to let out whatever it is that's causing you to suffer.
Yo, you touched on a lot of things. I actually should have took better notes, because you didn't wrap up my whole show. So this get over the Hump Wednesdays, y'all. It's like, no, but you killed it though. You did touch on a good key factors as far as trusting people and how it actually builds trauma. And we have to understand that. Like, you know what I'm saying? We got to understand, like, listen, if I'm going through something, I got to be able to turn to someone, something, as far as like just to alleviate the stress. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because if not, it's going to build up, and all we're going to do is turn to negative things. So, yeah, you touched on a lot. Reezy, I appreciate you tuning in.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for allowing me to be on your
live. You
live.
also said, too, having somebody that they trust, right?
Yeah.
Like, sometimes we can go through so much. It could be the littlest thing, but that littlest thing can carry on. We won't even feel the need to talk to nobody about whatever we're going through, because now we don't trust nobody. So you touched on a lot. I could rip this card up right here. You did this one.
Okay.
That was all you. She like, okay.
Okay, if you want to rip it up, okay.
But thanks for tuning in, though, Reezy. I'm gonna hop into just a few more key joints.
Okay.
About suffering in silence. Then we're gonna bring on Def, and he got a few things that he want to say. So appreciate you tuning in.
Yes. Oh, what are your books about? Oh, so thank you for even saying that. Wait, so thank you for even saying that I was a 2-time author. I think that was just a heads up. Like, I should write a second book, but I just published the first book. My first book is called Messages from My Inner Self. So in that book is basically a book of poems and storytelling, and a lot of it has to do with the trauma I experienced as just a younger person, and the inner message, what I got from all of it, all of the things that I experienced. And it's also stories of, real life stories of people where I try to tell their story in a powerful way. And it's just so many things in the book that people can relate to in our community. And it goes back to the suffering part. A lot of people suffer in silence. A lot of people didn't speak their truth and still haven't spoken their truth. And the healing begins when you're able to really just start speaking on the things that caused you a lot of hurt and pain. So that's the process, with just being able to let it out. So the book is all about healing to me.
Yo, Nick, that was a good question. And Reezy, that was Nicole, right? You remember Nicole, right?
Hey, yes.
That was Nicole. So that was a good question. So Reezy, what else? What else can you tell the people that you do? Because I was about to skip all of that,
Yeah, that was
honestly.
okay.
And I know you got
So
the empowerment events that you be doing for the women too.
yeah, so usually monthly I hold a sister circle, and we touch on different topics. We just come together as a space where we come together to really just trust, to have to fall back from everyday life. Many of the women that come, are usually busy with children, life, and sometimes don't get a break for themselves. So that's a space where we come together. Of course, due
Mm-hmm.
to, and that was held at Drexel, but since this whole COVID, we've been going online. We had maybe one gathering that was outdoors,
Mm-hmm.
and I do one-on-one coaching, relationship coaching. But when I do relationship coaching, my coaching is kind of based on just who you are. It's
Mm-hmm.
really about you and your process and the relationship you have with yourself. Because I
Mm-hmm.
always say the relationship you have with yourself is going to set the tone for every other relationship. So we
Right.
usually seek a relationship or looking for something from another person in a relationship, but it just starts with yourself. It all comes down to you.
Right.
Um, and I have a 16-week workshop, which is built around self love and self healing.
Dope. Dope.
Yeah.
Well, keep getting. What else you got? Don't stop.
Yes. I think that's about it. I think that's it,
That's dope.
just giving back to the community. I try to help the community, specifically women, but I do work with a few men, but my main target is women, young girls. Um, but yeah, it's just about bringing that community in, helping people heal, doing the work. Uh, you know,
Tell them where they can find you. How can they contact you?
Okay, so you can contact me. You can actually follow my page. It's T Journey Begins, and also Res versus Resi. Um, what else? Yeah, that's it. I'm usually on here. My email.
Are you hosting the empowerment events now due to COVID?
Yeah, well, I'm actually planning to do a next one. So
Okay.
the last one was maybe 2 months ago,
Mm-hmm.
maybe, or last month. So yeah, so I'll be planning it. So you guys could be in tune or stay on the lookout for the next gathering.
Bet.
Um,
Bet.
yeah, and yep, that's about it. I think.
Bet. Bet. Well, good luck, Reezy, and I'm glad you did get a chance to say that because again, I almost forgot. We almost skipped that whole joint. My mind is
Right,
all
it's
over
all
the
right. I
place.
be
Listen. I just set up. I just sat down, so I'm just like getting through it right now as we all get through it. I'm trying to tell you this is crazy. So appreciate you coming on.
yes.
We about to go ahead and just touch on a few more things. I'm
Hmm.
gonna tell a little story, but I appreciate you tuning in and thank y'all. Y'all make sure y'all check Reezy out. Connect with our events. Connect with her. If you guys need any personal healing, you guys need to know, what's the next step? What do I do next? How do I do the next thing that I want to
Hmm.
accomplish? And how do I get over the things that I fear? She's definitely the one
Hmm.
that I would say that you guys can connect with. So y'all make sure y'all check her out. Reezy, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you. All right.
Yes, I appreciate you too. Thank you to everybody who listened as well.
Bet. All right, Reezy.
All right.
Yo, so that was dope. That was dope. I'm glad Reezy was able to go ahead and get on there again. Y'all make sure y'all check her out and just follow her journey, like she said. Everybody got their own, but check Reezy out on her journey, and if you guys need help. But just as far as suffering in silence, that's the topic of the day. And we normally probably do it hanging in too, so I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. Just add a few people to this live real quick because this one may not be for you. I know I said that a little early on in the live, but this one may not be for you. Like this one may not be something that you're actually looking forward to as far as if you're not one of the individuals that are suffering in silence. So I just ask that you guys add a few people on into this live real quick and also grab a pen and paper. Just grab a pen and paper. Ain't gonna take y'all too long because at the end, what we're gonna do is, we're gonna give y'all 6 tools, 6 steps, 6 things that you can do in order to stop suffering in silence if you are one of those individuals, right? So listen, I need a favor real quick. I need you guys to invite people to this live, right? And I need you guys to grab a pen and paper. So I'm giving away 6 things that you guys can actually use to stop suffering in silence if you are one of those individuals. But while you guys go ahead and do that, right? I remember like this topic for me is so relatable because I almost still do this today. Like I almost still suffer in silence today. And as Teresa was on there, she was saying that we almost got to be, we almost have to trust people when we tell people like, hey, listen, I'm suffering in silence, or whatever it is that you may be going through. We have to be able to go to people and actually open up to have precise dialogue on what it is that you're actually going through. But that also, again, comes with trust. So I'm telling you guys these stories, and I get on and get over the Hump Wednesdays, and I try to be as transparent as possible because I trust you guys, right? So I remember this time, bro. I remember growing up. If y'all don't know the backstory of myself, I ain't really grow up with too much. Like, I mean, I know it's a typical thing, right, where you grow up in poverty, you ain't grow up with much, but my story is just a tad bit different. But we're gonna talk about that. But I remember growing up and just being around family, right? This is before I even knew what actually suffering in silence was. Like, this before I was even aware of this is what was going on. Like, this is before I was aware of my emotions. This was before I was aware, like, I was a young boy. I was like probably like 12, 11, 12, somewhere around there, where like I'll be around my family and everybody geeking, everybody chilling, you know, probably like a family cookout or whatever. And everybody chilling, everybody geeking. I mean, I'll probably be chilling and geeking too, but it's like only if they knew, like, you know what I'm saying? Like only if they knew how I was really living, like only if they knew where I was really sleeping at, only if they knew, like I didn't know if I was going to eat or not, like only if they knew like half the stuff I was going through. Like that's what it is like to suffer in silence, just to have like people around you that you can't even connect with. And you can't even connect with not only because like they don't like you or they don't love you, but simply because you don't trust the fact that you don't trust their reaction to what you're going through. Like you don't know how they're going to react. You don't know, you know, what they may think. You don't know, you're afraid of their response. And that's what suffering silence is. Like, and I remember just having those thoughts like, yo, what if they knew? Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure they did know. I'm pretty sure they did know. And I'm pretty sure some of them did want to help. But it's like, yo, like, even if I could have just opened up, you know, how would that made me feel? You dig what I'm saying? Like, what thoughts I could have been processing, like how far I could have elevated my mind, just releasing that suffering aspect of just not saying nothing and wanting people to understand, right? If that make any sense to y'all, like that's what suffering in silence is. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because when you suffer in silence, you may think like, hey, I'm supposed to feel this way. Like I don't want to tell nobody how I feel because it's so normal, right? Like what you're doing is you are, only thing that's gonna happen is the pain is gonna keep growing. That's it. The pain is gonna keep growing and keep growing and keep growing and keep growing until you actually face the fact that, listen, I gotta say something to somebody. Like somebody gotta hear this. Like I don't care if they want to hear it. I don't care like if I don't care if they got the time to hear it. Like somebody gotta hear what Troy going through, right? And that's what you really gotta put in place, because if you don't, all you're gonna do is listen. T. Reezy said it, traumatizing. I said it. You're gonna start being frustrated and just bringing on negativity, just having negative thoughts, just really not being prosperous, not being able to accomplish no goals, not being able to see no vision, not being able to see the light at the end of the dark tunnel. That's all you're gonna do for yourself. By not speaking up, by not saying, hey, listen, and it could be the simplest thing. Listen, I don't want to go to that water rice joint today. No, that's not, I'm not feeling that. I don't like they cheese pretzels. You know what I'm saying? They don't use the monetary jack joints. I want the pepper jack cheese. They don't got that. I don't want to go there today. Like it's something as little as that. Because what happens is you're gonna become a mute. You're gonna start to do things that you don't want to do. Then you're gonna start getting results that you don't want. And then you're gonna start being frustrated and mad and don't know how to complete your day. Then you're gonna be all over the place. You dig what I'm saying? So stop suffering in silence. Listen, speak up. Say something. And just because you mad about something, just because you don't want to do something, just because you ain't feeling what it is, don't mean that you got to say it in a tone or an aggressive way. So we're going, all right, so I just stop suffering in silence. All right? Listen, we're going to bring you on right now. Listen, y'all, if y'all liking this joint right now, listen, I just ask that y'all invite just a few people pleasers, exactly. I just ask that you guys invite a few people to this live right now. We are talking about suffering in silence on Get Over the Hump Wednesdays. Listen, this topic is so delicate to me because I've actually lived and currently still living in this experience. When I say that, like, I mean, I acknowledged it. I acknowledge that sometimes I may just hold on to things because I may want to not argue. I may not want the confrontation, like just little things like that. And when I say that, it's little things like that I'm going through as far as suffering in silence, but it's also things that people are actually experiencing on another greater scale that is also suffering in silence. I'm talking about just on a whole nother level of things that people are not being comfortable about talking about, things that people have not opened up about as far as even finding a solution to what they are suffering. So that's what we're talking about today. Invite a few people to this live, y'all. I hope you guys got your pen and your paper because I'm going to bring my man on real quick. And then we're going to give y'all 6 tools on what you can do to stop suffering in silence. All right? So, Devin, you want to sit right here? We're going to move over a bit.
We're showing better. Beside there's more space.
Slide the chair.
But the shorties be saying this ain't my good side.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't my good side.
We can move over a little bit more, Brody.
You gotta be on camera, bro.
Yeah, well, chill out, man. We're going to have this dialogue real quick, man. What would you have,
everybody?
What would you have to say to the people as far as suffering in silence? Like, was there ever a time, did you ever experience a time where it was like, yo, listen, I know I'm suffering in silence. This is what's happening. I'm going to either live with it. I'm going to say something about it. I'm not going to keep letting it happen. Like, or did you witness somebody suffering in silence that wasn't really open to, finding solutions or just dealing with it? So talk to the people about that. What would you say about suffering in silence?
I've been suffering in silence my whole life. I've been suffering in silence. I'm glad. I wanted to chime in, but you was talking. But I wanted to say, you keep saying this is not for you, bro. This should be a topic for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
For real, we should do it again.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like this is a topic for everybody. Suffers. If you black, you suffer in silence because you're not taught to express yourself properly early on. You feel what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
as time moves forward, that's all you're doing is holding. Listen, we spend so much time boxing ourselves in because we taught that from the rip. From the rip, we taught to confine ourselves. Don't be like this. Don't talk like this. Don't act like this in front of these people. That everything is a don't. So then you create ways to fit in with everybody. So that's an entire silent life. So the minute that you get away from everybody, and you might even want to be free, you don't even know how to. So you adjust it to being who you not anyway. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, bro, it's trauma, bro.
Right.
I don't know anybody that haven't experienced. White people experience trauma. You feel what I'm saying? Like. I don't know nobody that didn't experience trauma, bro. But yeah, I've been living in silence my whole life, bro. My bad if I ain't looking at y'all. I don't know how to talk and focus my eyes in one place. I be thinking and talking at the same time. For all you thinkers, y'all know what I'm talking about. Like, you thinking, talking and thinking, and you be looking at the sky.
I be doing that all the time.
But yeah, bro.
Yeah.
So many instances. We just were talking about the other day. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. This is such a vast topic.
Right.
Like, it's not a topic. This is not a topic to minimize because it spreads. Like, it's the root is silence, right? But then inside the suffering and silence, they start to branch out into multiple things. You know what I'm saying? Like, one of the things we was talking about is that then once you begin to start to express yourself, then here come people with their voices of nobody want to hear that.
Right.
Yeah, so then you got that. You know what I mean? So
Right.
the minute you come out to say something, you complaining. You can't even express yourself in any type of positive way without somebody, but I don't want to say projecting, but without somebody coming and overshadowing how you feel, but what they think. But then what they think ain't even what they think, because that's the popular thing to say. The popular thing is tell somebody, shut up, keep going. You know what I'm saying? Because white people have been telling black people for so long, shut up. You know what I mean? Lace up your boots. Go get da-da-da. So then we adopt their words and then manifest them for real, and they don't even live by that. You feel what I'm saying? They support each other to the utmost. You feel what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I ain't gonna get heavy real quickly. Yeah.
No, that was heavy. Listen, y'all heard him, everything. But yeah, man, that was definitely heavy, man. And you're right. I don't even like touching on the whole black and white,
Right,
white
right,
men.
right,
I mean, I touch on it in the dialogue. We was having
right.
something in general, but I mean, I definitely feel what you're saying,
Right.
and it's crazy as a mentality that we build as far as like people. I don't want to hear that.
Right.
It's cool, but then we got to really think about when we calling people up. Do we trust the person that we're talking to? Like if we trust the person that we're talking
What's
to.
trust though?
I'm saying like if we trust the person that we're talking to,
But
it
what is
shouldn't
trust
be.
though?
Trust is the fact that they can actually listen to what you're saying without.
Is it them listening, or is it you
without
trusting yourself? Your pour out into them. So that's what I'm saying. It's the trust on
both.
your end, on their end.
It got to be. It's both. It's me trusting my pour out and them receiving my pour out in a way that is either accepted as far as, okay, this is private.
Right.
I'm not gonna say nothing about this.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Okay, here, this is what we need help in. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like going to somebody that can actually guide you in a way as far as it will prevent you from suffering inside. Like, okay, now when you leave, like sometimes we chop it up. Like, all right, I got a different perspective on it. Sometimes me and my wife talk. All right, I got different perspective on it. Like, you dig what I'm saying? So it's trusting them that they won't, and then trusting yourself that you can even boggle up that emotion to say what you're saying to people.
Now,
like, you know what I'm saying?
Let's take that step farther, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is what I mean by the root, right? See, to me, I'm different. I feel like every time we tell ourselves something away from nature is from our training, right? So for me to I set up a rule and a regulation for me even to express myself, but I'm not even looking at it. I'm not even looking at it in that mannerism. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, you have to make me feel comfortable enough for me to, at my natural core, just speak about what's going on with me. That speak volumes, bro. That means that, like, I feel like vulnerability starts with the person, but you got to understand what that means.
Everybody
might get to that.
Everybody not going.
Oh no, 100%. 100%. I know that, but that's. I think the thing about knowledge is once you say it, right, then there's no backtracking from that. Once somebody give you some information that you can think on and be like, damn, that's right. You can't unlearn that.
right.
You can't unlearn that. So I feel and I feel like that. I feel like that's why a lot of these conversations are vital, so we can even see it bigger than how we see it. You feel what I'm saying? Because all right, so example, so come just for me coming up, right? All right, so we men, so you already know what that. You already know what that's like. First of all, we don't even have the voice that women have. Just in that respect, you feel what I'm saying? So talking about what's going on with you, I said no. It's a million negatives coming down that stream. You know what I mean? So it's like just being in there, right? So then in order for me to speak as a man, I gotta find other men that I'm comfortable having conversations with. But that's all from the trauma of me not being comfortable to express myself from the rip.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying to you. So that's what I'm saying. What do the trust lie at? Do the trust lie in that person, or is it lie with you being feeling like this is a safe space for me to pit how I feel out without being judged about it? You feel what I'm saying?
I think it's more so what you last thing you said as far as putting myself in a space to where as though I feel comfortable to not being judged. Right. And that goes back to what we said earlier as far as not being receptive to people reaction. Right. As far as what you're telling what you got going on. Right. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Yeah, that's it. That's heavy, man. And they going off too. Hold on. Look. Yes, man, we do need coaches in therapy, even counseling. Therapy helps. Therapy helps. I went to therapy. Therapy does help. I was so anti-therapy, man.
I'm still anti-therapy.
I was so
we need therapy for us. Like,
therapy helps, dog. I'm gonna tell you. I was so anti-therapy. Listen, we're gonna wrap it up in 10 minutes. I was so anti-therapy, but maybe we can talk about that on next Get Over the Hump Wednesday. So therapy does help. Yo, cuz, yo, Steve, we struggling enough with trusting common beliefs. That's facts, D. It stay long. Thanks for tuning in, Jay. If you're still watching, I don't know what you said was stressful, Larithia. But it is stressful just suffering in silence itself.
Please yourself. It's okay to put yourself first.
Acknowledge your value. That's facts, though.
It's facts. It's so hard to do, though.
Word. It's so hard to do. Really, when you're a people pleaser, that's heavy. When you're a people pleaser and when you...
That's another heavy joint. People pleasing is another root joint that jump off into 70 conversations.
It's heavy when you got a whole like you can't. That's crazy. Yeah.
Because some people take it as
look, people said people pleasing, right?
They don't get that. People pleasing is deeper than just the
People
blanket
assume
statement of
you are
people
okay. Look, they
pleasing.
cutting the lights out on us.
You know what
Look,
I'm saying?
people assume you are
So,
okay.
yeah,
You've
10
never
minutes,
been
10 minutes.
do anything because you always smile a lot. We have to stop assuming things about each other. Let me tell you something real quick. People that smile a lot, they've been through the most.
They've been through the most.
Real rap. I'm a cold believer of that because that's me.
100%.
I smile. I make everybody grab. I'll be the life of the party, right?
Be lit.
I'll leave and be depressed like a mug. Exactly. But we working and we getting over the hump. I'm starting to believe we went through everything, experienced this new generation. They need us. That's real rap. But listen, before we go, right, I just want to give y'all a few tools on.
Can I say something real quick?
Go ahead, real quick. Then
All right,
we got to wrap it up.
real quick. I'm gonna tell you why the new generation need us. The new generation need us because this is the most fearless generation that we got, but we don't have any prominent leaders in place to really guide what they're doing. So I love the fact that they don't care about nothing, but they don't care and it's reckless, right? So we're not gonna get us no real change. So we need some people like in real positions to really get that joint lit the way we need it. So their fearlessness can actually be positioned to where as though it's beneficial for us. For real. Because we wasn't fair. The generation before them wasn't fair. They were scared. All of them were scared.
Right.
So
no, it's like you said. Nobody in position. Like who do we trust to lead us to the next joint? Even over this whole COVID crap that's going on now. Right. Who do we trust to lead us into the next joint of this whole COVID phase? Like even so, yeah, man, definitely ain't nobody in position right now to lead the younger generation, our generation. Ain't nobody in position to lead us at all either. So
we're too old to do that.
No, we not though. Because like literally, if something break out right now, what should go to? Like if something break out right now, like if they just mandate just some. Again, I don't even like talking about this crap, but if they mandate something right now to say that this is what you got to do, who can you go to be like, listen, this is what they say we got to do. This is what we not trying to do. What's the plan? Like who can you go to?
Nobody. It'd be us coming together.
That's what I'm saying. So because we're not too old to be led then. Because if you would need somebody to go to in that sense, because you don't have it all down packed, so you're not too old to be led. I wouldn't say I'm too old to be led. I'm gonna tell you that right now. We need a leader. We need a leader in every aspect of our life, even just going up. But look, we're gonna got 5 more minutes. All right. So listen, y'all, appreciate y'all tuning in to Getting Over the Hump. Listen, we're talking about suffering in silence, man. Y'all make some my guy High Def tuned in with us.
Make some noise.
I was gonna say make some noise. I'll be hosting and whatnot. My guy High Def tuned in. Y'all make sure y'all check him out, man. Def, you wanna tell people they can follow you at real quick? No. Like I just last 5 minutes.
Mr. PF Brand.
Follow him right there.
Free.
Follow him there. And what's the other two, Jones?
It's perfect
you got
fitness.
You got a lot of them.
Perfect fitness. Family first.
Family first. Follow them pages.
What else? It's one was like 5 of them.
Yeah, Poetically Free.
I said that.
The PF Brand Store.
There you go.
PF Brand Elite. Y'all make sure y'all follow
them.
Follow definitely all of them, Jones, man. Y'all make sure y'all follow them. But real quick, y'all, listen, I want to say thank y'all for tuning in. Whoa, Jack. Caught ya. I'm going to give y'all just a few tips on how you guys can actually, if you are suffering in silence, what will be some things that you can actually do to prevent that. The first thing I would say is be open. Just be open to new ideas. Be open to meeting new people. Be open to new relationships. Because then they could then set forth whatever you are open to as far as ideas, relationships, whatever. I would just say really, truly just have an open mind. Period. That's my first thing I would say is to stop suffering in silence. Just have an open mind. Having an open mind will allow you to think your way through. Mm-hmm. It will help you move forward. All right. So that's the first thing. So I hope you guys got your pen and your paper. The second thing I would say is improve your physical health. Okay. Improve your physical health. And we're gonna touch into why. I actually should have touched on that first before I touched into improve your physical health. But if you are suffering in silence, that means like literally you are depressed. You ain't eating right. You ain't getting enough sleep. You ain't doing all the things that you need to do to be presentable, right? In a form that you can even respect yourself. To even go to somebody else and say, hey, I feel this way about whatever. So improve your physical health. Eat right. Work out. All right. That's the second thing. Another thing I would say is improve your psychological health. Like study how the brain works. Study what happens to people that don't express themselves. And improve that aspect just to know how your brain is functioning under these terms and conditions that you are dealing with. As far as again, just being depressed and just not talking about how you're feeling. The third thing is that the third thing? Oh, the fourth thing I would say is reduce your aggression. And I say that because when you can't go to somebody all hostile because you've been through something, you thinking they should understand, or you want them to have empathy for you. You know, reduce your aggression as far as being delicate, being soft, when I say that in a much respect, because like you really have to be able to know how to deliver what you're talking about, or how you feel in a sense, right? All right, so that was the fourth thing. The fifth thing I would say is get better sleep. Like get a lot of sleep. Sleeping helps the muscle grow. It's a lot of factors that go into sleeping. Is that like, listen, I've done it. I've been depressed about something, and I just like, listen, I gotta go to sleep. Like, but it also builds the mental brain as well. Like sleep helps in so many ways. I can't see y'all coming. I'm in. Yeah, sleep helps in so many ways. All right, so just get a lot of sleep, guys. And when I say a lot of sleep, I mean like don't oversleep, don't miss projects, don't miss your goals that you're trying to meet, but just get enough sleep. Make sure you're getting an appropriate amount of rest, right? To where as though your brain can be stimulated and you can tap into your brain mentally. All right. And again, I would say improve your self-esteem. That goes into your physical health as well. Like getting your body right. You know, having a structure that you want where you can look in the mirror and say, yo, this is me. This is who I am. You know what I'm saying? Just being comfortable with yourself. So build your self-esteem. Again, that goes into your physical health. And I'm going to go into the last one. And then the last one, which really should have been the first one, I would have to say, improve your mental health. Improve your mental health. Talk about what you're going through. Talk about it. It's cool. It's cool. You may not think it's cool. You may think nobody else been through what you've been through. You may think that nobody else hears you. You may think nobody may not understand you, but talk about it. And if they don't, they don't. But guess what? You got that off your chest. And if you don't get what you're looking for from that person or that program, therapist, whatever, but at least you got it off. You got it off your chest. You got it off your mind. And if it's still in your mind, just still talk about it. It's cool. Stop holding stuff in. You're only building misery. You're only holding on to pain. Stop holding stuff in. Stop suffering in silence. There's plenty of people out here that's going through a tremendous amount of things right now. All right? So listen, y'all. It's one thing I can say, y'all. Build your mental health. Talk about what you're going through. Be open. Build new relationships. All right? Work on your physical condition. Okay? Listen, multiple people are suffering in silence. You ain't the only one. You ain't the only one. And you ain't going to be the last one. Talk about what you got going on. People actually love you. People actually want to lend you an ear. People actually want to hear about what you got going on, because in reality, some people are just nosy. So let's work on that. Let's play on that. Let's play on how some people are just nosy and just want to know. Let's use their ear. Real rap, but get it off your chest. Get it off your spirit. Listen, y'all, get over the Hump Wednesdays. This was a great joint. Great Get Over the Hump Wednesdays, man. Listen, share this live. This was awesome. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Get Over the Hump Wednesdays. Appreciate T. Reezy. Appreciate my guy High Def. Listen, y'all, this was Get Over the Hump Wednesdays, and we talked about suffering in silence. It's amazing, amazing, amazing. And thank y'all for tuning in. We right back at it next Wednesday with another special guest. I'm not going to tell y'all who this person is next, but y'all going to definitely enjoy the next guest that we got going on. So listen, tune in every Wednesday to Get Over the Hump Wednesdays, man. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. I'm out.